So apparently Lyft is cutting the rates and one other thing. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and I'm sorry again, I'm just saying this for every video. So if you watched the last two, my apologies, but yeah, if my voice sounds a little off today, I think I'm just making way too many videos. I was so busy yesterday, and then obviously I got a little something, and yeah, so that's what's going on. But neither rain nor shine, or apparently a raspy throat, will prevent me from talking about the news, and we are going to do that because there are two things we need to discuss about Lyft. First, and what's probably more important to you, is the fact that Lyft is in fact cutting the rates. We'll actually be talking about that second. And second, which we'll be talking about first, Lyft is actually prioritizing drivers on who can get online and offline with the app in New York City. However, before we talk about either of those topics, let's have a word from our sponsor. Times are changing for gig workers and the gig economy, and there are a lot more gigs from a lot more companies than there used to be. That's why when people ask me where they can go to find resources for the gig economy, I recommend gigworker.com. At this site, you can see what other gig workers are doing and discover better opportunities from industries, companies, resources, and even a forum where you can talk with other people in the gig economy. Gigworker.com is a great resource site, whether you work for Uber, Lyft, Postmates, DoorDash, TaxRabbit, Thumbtack, Upwork, whatever. There's a gig for you and there's a forum for you on gigworker.com. Gigworker.com for all your gigs. All right, so here we go. We're talking about this first, and then we'll get to the main topic in a moment. So this is something that is not necessarily Lyft's fault, although, again, it does bring into serious question what the whole independent contractor status actually means. Because it says right here on the hub, the TLC Taxi and Limousine Commission recently introduced rules to discourage rideshare companies from having more active drivers on the road than passenger demand. In response to the new rules, we are required to take steps to ensure drivers are spending their time on the road with passengers in their cars. While we disagree with these new regulations because we believe they will have a long-term negative impact on demand for Lyft driver earnings, we are committed to helping you maximize your earnings, and we will continue to advocate for fairer regulations with the TLC, of course. Read on to learn how the TLC rules will affect you and your driving. So here's what it says. Starting June 27th, the number of drivers who can be on the road at any given time will be determined by passenger and demand, and spots may be limited. This means if there's a low demand, you may have to drive to busier areas or wait to go online and drive once demand picks back up. We'll provide guidance on the busiest times and places to drive to help you plan ahead and stay busy with rides so you can maximize your earnings. Now, here's my thoughts on that. First of all, yes, technically Lyft is right. They're not making this choice. New York City is more or less making it for them. However, they still want to insist that drivers are independent contractors and getting on and off whenever you want. That is a huge, not only a huge draw to the service, but that is a major way in how you keep that IC status. And now they are effectively taking it away. Look at this. When and where will the app changes go into effect? The app change is going to affect June 27th. Who has the priority to drive? Drivers who maintain an acceptance rate above 90% and complete 100 trips in 30 days have priority to drive and don't have to worry about the new app changes. Drivers with priority can drive anywhere at any time, even areas with low demand. Express Drive and Wave drivers are also exempt from these changes. How will I know if I have priority drive? Well, if you qualify for priority driving, we'll send you a notification via email and an app. So yeah, we have a situation where essentially Lyft drivers, at least in New York City, can't decide when they want to get on and get off unless they have these arbitrary rules. And the funny thing is, I'd like to know what happens if all of the Lyft drivers in New York City have a 90% completion rate and 100 trips in their belts within the last 30 days. Does that mean everyone could just get on? I don't know. That seems really crazy. Now, what's funny about the person who sent me this, you might have noticed at the top of these screens, there is a time limit. I kind of wonder if that's what it looks like, if that's what the app actually shows, how long you have to wait before you get on. Maybe someone from New York can actually show what that looks like. I don't know. So, yeah, that's going to happen. But here's what also is happening, and this is probably more important. Matching rates for high-end rides. We're adjusting the pay rates for XL rides in Miami. By the way, they're doing it for XL rides too. Actually, oh yeah, this is the same email. Sorry, my mistake. So we're adjusting the pay rates for XL rides in Miami starting June 24th. We're making this change to match the local rideshare rates for high-end rides. Such a poorly worded sentence. I'm going to talk about it in a minute. Anyway, here's what it's going to look like. The base rate, is that why? They're both the same, right? Yeah, they're both the same. The base rate is going to be $1.44. That is the amount you paid to start the ride. Per minute rate will be about 21 cents. The per mile rate will be $1.44. And the minimum rate will be $4.32. Your rate card will reflect these changes starting June 24th. You can view your current rate card in the rate tab drive of your driver dashboard. And both guys who have sent this to me and other people who have been tweeting me on Twitter have been telling me that this is essentially a 20% price cut.
How stupid are you?
Are you stupid, Lyft? I mean, how stupid are you? I mean, here's the thing. In California, you teamed up with Uber to write a letter to Congress, to lawmakers. Granted, it's in California, but hear me out. You wrote letters saying we need to take care of the drivers better. We need to do better. We will do better. If you don't regulate us, we will do our part. And you know what? Before the vote is even had, you decide since it's not affecting Florida, what are you going to do? Well, hey, Lyft realizes their XL rates are more expensive than Uber's, so we're going to adjust the rates. We're going to make it the same price as Uber. Yeah, where is taking care of your drivers at this point? Where is being honest with the general public at this point? Heck, how do you even pretend that you're not a duopoly, that you're not colluding, that you're not unintentionally price fixing, when the whole reason you're doing this is just to bring your rates in line with Uber, and they're the only other competition out there? Lyft, how stupid are you? How stupid are you? This is ridiculous. And you know what? Here's a real scary thing. Uber did this crap a little while ago, right before they went public, and it initiated the strikes. It initiated the hashtag Uber Lyft strike, and the Drivers United group ran with it. That's what that started, and Lyft, of course, waited. And this is what Lyft does. They wait for the heat to go away, and then they do the exact same thing. And yet, now they're in the position of doing this absolutely wrong, because John Zimmer and Logan, whatever his name is, Logan and Zimmer, they just teamed up with Kara Shai to write this letter saying we are going to do right better by the drivers. You know what? No, folks, look at this. This is why you don't want to sign any petitions by these people, by these companies, because they don't care. They will say what they have to if they feel it will get them to stick around with what they currently have. And when they don't feel threatened at all, they will take advantage of you. This is utter bullshit. This is the worst. I'm just like, You know what? I'm going to be honest. You want to make money? Take some money, grab some chips at Vegas, feel them good, put them on the table, and gamble. You have a much better chance at making money gambling than you do driving for Uber or Lyft. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to make one more video. I made one more video. I think I'm only doing 2 today because of this. However, they were really important topics. So that's where we're going to end. I would love to know, what do you think about all of this? Like, hey, did you sign the petition? Do you feel foolish now? Or do you still agree that signing the petition was a good thing? I would love to know. What do you think about this? And by the way, it should be noted, this is for the XL rides. So, basic rides, nothing's changing. However, people buy those bigger cars for the higher rates, and they're finding them cut too. So I'd love to know what all of you think. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly and get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.